Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one.
The Chicago River winding its way through. And it.
Well, Victor.
You better believe it. Outstanding, David. Thank you. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Brogdon.
He hasn't been as sharp in the past 10 games as we're used to. It shows in his passing. The assist numbers down. Even the simple passes look tough for him right now. Maybe tonight he can get back on his game.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Victor Oladipo. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Holiday in at the 2 guard. And for Chicago, White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at the 5 spot.
And a player who flew under the radar last year, Malcolm Brogdon. Pacers wanted to add him over the summer. Got a hefty deal from Indiana to leave the Bucks. Exactly the kind of player that the Pacers need. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Not a lot of experience with this one, Clark, tonight, but 2 good young teams. Talk about the difficulty, though, of winning a championship without that veteran presence.
I think it's virtually impossible, Kevin, to have all young guys and be championship caliber, regardless of the talent level. Even the young Warriors teams had veterans like Andre Iguodala. Experience especially shows up at crunch time.
Very good point.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Levine with it. One of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. And White kicks to Levine. 6 on the shot clock. Down low. Carter with the bucket.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. For Indiana, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Thiem passes to White. With the shot. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
Outside Turner. And the foul on Wendell Carter. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
And there's the pass to Holiday. Looking for Warren. He gets it there. 6 to shoot. A wide open look here for Oladipo. Nice open look, but it's no good. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance. Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor. And though they've made the playoffs 4 straight years, Indiana can't seem to get past the first round.
And it's not for a lack of effort, guys. The effort is there. The chemistry and continuity is there. They suffered a big, untimely injury, the one to Victor Oladipo, and it's been hard for them to attract top free agents as well. Boy, a terrific find. Levine plays mostly the 2, but he came into the league as a point guard.
Count that one.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Bulls have gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. Markkanen can't get it to go. And Brogdon has got the ball here for the Pacers. Trailing by 2. They beat the Bulls during their last encounter in Chicago.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnover.
And that really was the difference. I mean, it requires a ton of energy to play that harassing style. It'll be interesting to see if they can do it again tonight.
Here's Brogdon following the basket by Otto Porter. Here's Warren. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That's all about the ticker for Turner. Big heart, a real juggernaut on the boards who uses those long arms exceedingly well to get second chance opportunity.
Outside White. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. White's got 5 now.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Stolen by Levine. And here comes White, leading the fast break. Makes it off the glass. He's got 7.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And Holiday kicks to Warren. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range. And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Turner after the made shot from Zach Levine. Now Oladipo. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And Turner stays with it.
And you know what I like to say? Persistence pays, and Turner paying off because he's been persistent, decimating the defense with his bounce.
And that one drops for him.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And Holiday, here we go. It's stolen by Carter. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Shot on the wing. And that one hits back iron. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And so it's the Chicago Bulls bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And from what we've seen so far from the Bulls, what's your take?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
We've got Chris Dunn, also Thomas Satoransky out there, and it's Young in at the 4-man position. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Well, so many people were worried about Chris Dunn's offense after his rookie year, but you know what, Ray? He's turned it around.
And gone from struggling to hit 40% of his shots to shooting better from the floor. Still a strong defender, and he's making people forget that his offense was ever a question mark.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
And he comes up with the deuce. Young's got 4 points this quarter. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Chicago.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Outside Holiday.
And teams have nights like this when the shots that usually drop just won't go down. That's when you have to rely on your defense, and that's the only way to stay in the game.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Satoransky the pass to Hutchison. And it's McConnell with the rebound. Pacers trail by 13.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Itadze outside Holiday. Tries again. And Coach Jim Boylan agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylan, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
Valentine's checked in for Chicago. Shaquille Harris comes in for Dunn. And a change for the Pacers. Edmund Sumner's checked in for T.J. McConnell. The Pacers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter. 0 for 5. Here's Sumner. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Thaddeus Young.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and they'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And Clark, when you think back to your playing days in high school, what memories come to mind?
Well, just the fun of being able to have success all 4 years I was at St. Joseph High School in Cleveland, the way the city rallied around us my senior year when we had a chance to play for a state championship. Unfortunately came up short. The teammates and coaches and teachers that I had a chance to enjoy those 4 years with, all really fond, special memories for me.
Here's Sumner. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Some nice ball movement here by Chicago.
A fantastic heads-up play there from Young to find the open man.
Sumner passes to McDermott. Here's Bitadze. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
Inside, and that one is hammered home.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions.
Sampson, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Denzel Valentine. Pacers have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
So it's the Pacers now after Denzel Valentine hitting the 3. Back to Harrison. Stolen by Brogdon. Turner passes to Warren. Now the dish to Turner. Kicks it to Sampson. 1:14 left in the first half of the game. Turner passes to Sumner. Misses off the left iron. The Bulls leading by 11. He locks up the alley-oop pass. Young against Turner. No good from outside. And Indiana shooting is definitely lagging at the moment. They're just 30% in the second quarter. Here's Sumner. Light covering. Over in the corner, Sampson. Dishes it to Warren. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. And Young slams it home.
No doubt about it on that finish by Young.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Brogdon the pass to Turner. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. 6 points for Miles Turner.
You got to have a good basketball IQ to be effective. I love the decision to kick it out.
Pacers trail by 11. Here's Sumner. At the elbow, it's Warren. And he uses the glass on the layup. Warren's got 6 points.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Chicago holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They have a 9-point lead. How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
In simple truth.
And that'll do.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And so Levine will bring it up now for Chicago. 13 points was their big... Oh, that was terrific!
Good. Well, we know Levine has the hops. That time showing off the creativity. You know, what a great job Nate McMillan has done since taking over as head coach, leading Indiana to 3 straight postseasons, and the style of play with which the team has played with, a credit to him and his staff.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
It's Oladipo on the wing. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. And a big part of McMillan's success, getting his guys, Clark, to play hard for him every night.
And I think you're right, because this team gets the most out of itself. It's one thing to assemble talent. It's another to bring people together so they're playing for each other. And these guys do that night in and night out.
Good work defensively by Carter. The Bulls leading by 11. White the pass to Levine. And then Levine with the jam.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
And here's Warren for 3. He doesn't hit that one. Now Chicago takes it the other way.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that one.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Porter against Brogdon. Holiday inside the line, and the shot is long.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Levine for 3. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Porter finds Carter. From outside, off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Brogdon. Outside Turner. Can they get it? Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got 7 rebounds in the game. Mark, you were talking about the unicorn. Miles Turner in that category as a shot blocker who can space the floor. I don't think he's got a ceiling. What about you?
I think his ceiling is really high, Kevin. He's still young, which always bodes well for somebody with his work ethic and skill set. I think he can be an all-star player. Franchise player, those are few and far between. I'm not sure if he can get to that level, but all-star certainly within his reach.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Left side, Warren. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Markkanen's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Levine. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And the shot is good.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Bulls, Chandler Hutchison. He's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. Satoransky comes in for Zach LaVine, and it's done in for White.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Hutchison passes to Markkanen. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls, and it's in there.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
The feed to Carter. McDermott with a steal. Ball's knocked loose, and so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Young comes in for Carter, and it's Valentine in for Markkanen. In Indiana with a change here, too. Sumner's checked in. 2 on the clock. Bitadze, the pass to McDermott. Bucket is good. McDermott's got his first bucket of the night.
Not allowing the shot clock to catch him that time. McDermott doing a nice job being locked in and aware.
Chicago shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. The first free throw is good.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. He got it up. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Zach LaVine making things happen for Chicago. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. Back right after this. And let's listen in on what Nate McMillan had to say to his team.
Defensively, we got to keep these.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Zone defense, Clark, being played now by a lot of teams. It's amazing that even with that, the point totals just continue to rise.
And you know what? I attribute the point totals continuing to rise to a couple of things. One, the volume of three-point shots that are being taken. And I think teams are playing at a little faster pace universally. You don't see as much walking the ball up the floor as I think you may have seen in years past.
Dunn is out there with Harrison. Then there's Valentine. And it's Hutchinson in at the power forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
You know, with that kind of height mismatch, you've got to send help defensively.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Valentine. Levine's checked in for Harrison, and it's White in for Chris Dunn. T.J. Leaf's checked in for Indiana. Left side, Porter. And stolen by McConnell. Here's Sumner. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got his 3rd assist on the night. Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Back to White. Left side, Markkanen. And White kicks to Porter. On the wing, Levine. That 3 off the mark. The Pacers have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim.
Well, you got to make that moment last. Enjoy it for as long as you can.
Here's Sumner. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The Bulls have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Basket good. And that's now 20 points for Zach LaVine.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Clark, the 2-way contract, a relatively new invention that gives players time in both the G League and the NBA.
I love it, Kevin, because it's another pathway for those aspiring to be NBA players to have a legitimate shot to make their dream come true. The G League is just a notch below the NBA in terms of overall talent. And so I love the fact that players who desire to be pros can have a pathway to get to the NBA by being part of the G League as well.
And these G League players are having an impact, aren't they? They're making a difference on a lot of teams.
40% of the players in the league have spent some time in the G League, so it speaks to the impact the G League has on the NBA.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
To the paint. Leaf passes to Holiday. Over Porter. Holiday gets the bucket. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Now here's LaVine. He's guarded closely. Passes to Markkanen. Here's Cornette. Kick out to LaVine. Just 5 on the clock. Jacks up a 3. That missed basket now makes him 4 of 8 from the field.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Bulls.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Zach LaVine.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
From deep, Chicago grabs the miss. And White kicks to LaVine. And he gets the bucket.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Pass to White, fires the three. And it's McConnell with the rebound. Here's Indiana now. Cornette passes to Markkanen. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And I tell you, the versatility of Markkanen makes you salivate, guys. A big guy with range for days, and I think he's only going to get better and better.
12 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. To the inside, here's Leaf, and the layup's good off the glass.
That's serving it up on the platter there. What a nice pass. A high percentage look was the result.
From deep three-point range, off the mark. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my player started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say about it, unfortunately. So that's...
If it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And here's a look at some numbers for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Victor Oladipo. And it's Holiday in at the 2-guard spot. And for Cleveland, Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Garland in at the point. Now Holiday after T.J. Warren's three-pointer that didn't go. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Late in the season, Doris, and some teams now are not going to be in the postseason. They're out of the playoffs and are giving more time. You talked about this earlier, giving more time to their young players to develop.
Well, there is nothing more beneficial to a young player than real-time NBA experience. So when you're out of the playoffs, those young guys start to get more and more minutes. They'll give those young guys more and more responsibility on the offensive and defensive end. And there's no greater teacher than giving NBA reps to guys who you think can be a key part of your future.
So fun for us as the fans and people that cover the league to get a glimpse of the future. What these teams, what these individual players could be like. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Turner. Rebound Andre Drummond. And Love's got the ball here for the Cavaliers. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
You got to give them an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
If they're playing in their own building, they probably win that basketball game. The reality is it's a hard thing to win on the road in the NBA.
The shot by Sexton, no good.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Now, here's Sexton. Osman, the pass to Garland. Cleveland moving it around. It's stolen by Oladipo. Fast break, here they come. Here's Holiday over Sexton. And Holiday with the basket on the assist from Brogdon.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Now, here's Sexton. 26 points for him last game against the Bulls in Chicago.
Well, speed is such an important weapon for Colin Sexton, and he gets to the mid-range game. Nice.
And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man, Colin Sexton, already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these two players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards, reminiscent possibly of a Lillard-McCollum pairing for the Blazers, which could be a roadmap for the Cavs.
Garland, Pacers with the rebound. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Oladipo. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And you look at the 2018 All-Star season for Oladipo, Doris. What was the development in his game that you saw that took him to the next level?
I think probably the part that made him almost unguardable is his willingness to shoot threes off the dribble. That deep threat, that willingness to space the floor and use the dribble drive to enhance that is probably what put him over the edge.
Indiana leading. McConnell in the corner. Indiana again missing.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
Garland kicks to Nance. It's over McDermott. The shot's good from Nance.
Larry Nance Jr. in a catch-and-shoot situation. That's not easy to guard.
Holiday, the pass to Bitadze. Feeds it to McDermott. Takes a shot at the elbow. Porter pulls it in.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Here's Nance. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Don't you love guys who are willing to do the dirty work? Larry Nance's activity making him a factor on the rebounding aspect.
Now here is Holiday. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Porter pulls it in. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Cavaliers. Garland uses the glass to finish the layup.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here's Bitadze. He's covered by Thompson. Oladipo misses. There's a 4-second difference in the shot clock to the game clock. McDermott with it. He's picked up by Nance. Holiday gets the bucket.
Well, Doug McDermott, a high IQ basketball player, understands when his teammates are open how to find them.
Cavaliers have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. From deep. Rebounded by McDermott. It's tipped. Here's Oladipo. Here's McConnell. A good close contest so far as we and getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
On the court for Indiana, they've got McDermott and it's Sampson in at the small forward position. Lets it go from the wing. That one misses. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
And this Pacers franchise, 6 ABA championships, but none so far in the NBA.
Well, Greg, they haven't been there very much, right? Their only finals trip came back in 2000. It took a Lakers squad led by Shaq and Kobe to 6 games. But ever since, they've been chomping at the bit to try to get back.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Dives for it. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
And here's a look at some numbers for Nance. He's definitely been getting it done since the All-Star break. Averaging 12 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I'll tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
Now, here's Sexton. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. And Love with the second chance points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Sampson, the pass to Turner. Here's Sumner. This is it to Warren. Indiana again, turning it over. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter. The Pacers making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Got a hand on it, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Brogdon. Now off the inbound. The layup good by Porter. Porter's got the lead up to 12 now for the Cavs. Boris, when you watch the game now, Biggs playing on the perimeter, who can really defend and hold their own outside the lane we've seen?
Well, you think about a guy at the rim like Clint Capella, who is a great shot-blocking force. But in today's NBA, he's got to be able to guard the pick and roll, make the necessary switch. And because Capella has got great feet, and because he can move laterally so quickly, he might be 6'10", 6'11", but he can get out and switch in the pick and roll. It is a thing of beauty to watch.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Holiday. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Love.
And you think back to LeBron's last year in Cleveland, one wonders how differently it may have turned out if Kyrie was there with him.
Well, you think back, Greg, Isaiah Thomas was never healthy. He had been a recent All-Star with another team. They were counting on his quickness and his scoring. But through it all, the Cavaliers reached the NBA Finals. Just another testament to the talent and the leadership that LeBron gives you.
Knocks it loose. Turner with the steal. And oh, here we go. Warren's got it, the fast break chance. And it's slammed in by Turner.
Well, this is one aspect you'd like to see more of from T.J. Warren. We know he's a great scorer. Pretty dime there.
Pass to Drummond. Just his first attempt. Second chance shot. The shot's good from Love.
Well, this one largely the result of offensive rebounding.
There's the lob to Oladipo. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Love how Oladipo has a sense for when to go up for the alley-oop. What a sensational sense of timing.
And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That is his first foul of the game. 1:24 left in the first half. Windler with the bucket.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
Brogdon the pass to Warren. From deep three-point range, hits the three-point bomb. Warren's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Wow, if T.J. Warren makes threes with consistency, it will unlock every other aspect of his game, and that's significant, guys.
Here's Love. The putback. The Pacers pull it in. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
That final score really caught a lot of people off guard. I think we would have to quantify that one as an upset.
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt. They came in as a favorite, seemed to lose their confidence down the stretch, started to play tight, and let that one slip away.
Drills the three-pointer.
Well, Colin Sexton's assertiveness right there with the rise and fire, exactly what his team wants from him.
Brogdon outside. The tray. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Warren.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
From deep. It's a hand on it, and Love with his second chance points. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. They did jump out to a lead in the opening. And
after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Kevin Love really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
Really putting his handprint on this game. You love the hustle. You love the work ethic he has had on display.
Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the 5 spot. And that's the group for John Beilein as we begin the second half. You talk about the quiet producers in the league. T.J. Warren is one of the first names that come to mind.
The last few seasons, Warren has come close to chipping in 20 points a game. Doesn't do anything flashy, but he just hits his shots and piles up the points on a nightly basis.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Here's Drummond. Throws it down as the official calls. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, You really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Nance comes in for Kevin Love. The Pacers making a switch here. Holiday inside the line. Offensive rebound.
I don't know if he's trying to show off with the crowd or what. There's no reason for that kind of shot.
And Cleveland making a change here. Porter's checked in. And Indiana with a change here too. McConnell's checked in. Sexton dishes to Porter. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Pacers trail by 13. High arcing shot. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Once again off the mark by Cleveland. The Pacers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Outside Porter. Cleveland moving the ball around. Garland kicks to Nance. Lets it go with a three. Garland, no good. The Pacers shooting under 40% all in all for the game.
And back in his day as coach of the Blazers, players called Nate McMillan Sarge for his style. Very tough and demanding.
The beauty, though, Greg, to me is Nate McMillan has adapted. He has given more leeway for his players and his assistant coaches. He's willing to take players aside and bring a more personal approach. And I think in today's NBA, that's critical.
A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Indiana Pacers. On Saturday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Philadelphia 76ers. And then on Wednesday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Golden State Warriors.
Some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Bitadze with the bucket. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. The Cavaliers leading by 9. Here's Thompson, and the layup falls. Thompson's got his first points in this one.
It always helps to have a big who is willing to find open teammates. Larry Nance proving how unselfish he can be.
Pass to Sumner. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Cavaliers have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Nance passes to Porter. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Holiday goes in. There's the pass to McConnell. Back to Holiday. Launches it. Thompson with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Nance, and there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Jakar Sampson's checked in for Indiana.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Outside Porter from deep three-point range. Not going to go that time.
I'll tell you, his shot is just lost right now. There's just no consistency. Amazing that they're still up in this basketball game.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Drummond's checked in for Thompson. Kevin Love comes in for Nance. And it's Jetty Osman in for Porter. Now, here's Garland. 6 points for him. Osman kicks to Love. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. And it's Oladipo with the jam.
Oladipo is a star, and he powers through the contact to convert.
Here's Garland. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. To the left wing, Here's Windler. Shot clock at 6. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Just 4 seconds left in the third. Outside Holiday. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Cleveland heading to the bench with a 7-point lead. And let's listen in on what Nate McMillan had to say to his team.
Hey, keep rebounding.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. On the court for Indiana, Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Oladipo, and it's Sampson in at the 3 slot. And there's the bucket from Victor Oladipo.
Well, this is where Victor Oladipo has developed himself into an all-around threat. Doesn't matter where he is on the floor, he's dangerous.
From the baseline, the shot missing. Nice D from Warren. Now here's Oladipo. He's tightly guarded. No good with the finger roll. Here's Osman. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 5 rebounds tonight.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
That one good for 2. 9 points for T.J. Warren.
How about the delicate floater on display from T.J. Warren?
It's stolen by Oladipo. Oh, and here comes Holiday all alone. And Holiday throws it down.
And you talk about clutch plays. I mean, defensively and offensively. And we saw it right there.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
With the Indiana Pacers, you know you're a small market team, and it's led to a little bit of a shuffle personnel-wise. What's incredible, they continue to put a competitive product on the floor year in and year out.
The Pacers making a change here. Brogdon's checked in.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Back to Warren. Some nice passing here by Indiana. But they get it back. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Passes it to Windler. Garland with it. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Doris, you're right. The Pacers have made the playoffs 8 of the last 9 seasons. Remarkable consistency.
I don't think there's any doubt about that, Kev. It starts at the top and sort of trickles down from ownership to the front office down to the head coach. This is a solid operation through and through.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Sexton's checked in. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter now. The shot by Brogdon, no good.
And they've had the advantage tonight on the glass, and that's another big one.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Warren. Sexton dishes to Love. Pass to Drummond, stolen by Warren. Fast break, here comes Indiana. Sees the alley-oop.
Oh, my goodness. Say that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Well, Sexton might be young, but he is unafraid and unabashed. What a play.
Porter's checked in for Jetty Osman. For Indiana, they've gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the 4th quarter. Brogdon the pass to Turner. Dishes to Warren. Clock at 6. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Oladipo. And it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
Cavaliers leading. Outside Porter. Pass to Drummond. Looking for Sexton. He gets it there. Drills it from outside.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
And Warren in the bucket on the assist by Oladipo. 15 points for T.J. Warren.
T.J. Warren's in a huge moment with the big bucket.
And they'll keep possession. And it's Drummond missing. The Pacers have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. And some solid looks for them. Good work there as it goes. Holiday's got it all tied up now for Indiana.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we've talked about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Here's Turner. After the made shot from Andre Drummond. Turner. Good D by Drummond.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Stolen by Brogdon. Turner finds Holiday. And stolen by Drummond. Sexton the pass to Garland. Stolen by Brogdon. Here's Holiday. And it's sent back by Drummond. And they're able to recover. Oladipo dishes to Holiday. And the pass to Turner. 5 on the clock. Second shot opportunity. Oladipo misses, and that's a foul called on T.J. Warren. That'll be his second foul of the game. Just a tiny lead for him.
And a chance to make it a little bigger right here.
Outside Porter. Pass to Garland. Back to Porter. Here's Drummond.
Well, that's an example of the long arms of Victor Oladipo. He really makes it difficult with his defense.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony. And the starting lineups have concluded. So just
the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome. Tonight
we welcome you to Noche and Beyond here on. Got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Butler.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Oladipo. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Holiday in at the 2. And for Miami, they've got Jones. He's out there with Bam Adebayo. Dragic is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Nunn in at the 1. And so it's the Heat hitting on the board first. Back to Brogdon. And at the end of the year, Brent, we've been seeing an uptick in play from some young lottery-bound teams.
Well, they're always excited about having opportunity to play loose and play free. The backside of that is you didn't play well enough to get into the playoffs. Right. So, you know, good coaching staffs with young teams that have potential, Kevin, will ask their teams to be spoilers, like embrace the idea of let's compete tonight against that team.
Make
they're
that
the
your
fourth
playoff.
Seed. Yeah, let's go up against this.
Sure.
There are other teams that, quite frankly, just give up on the year, and some guys will have some big empty numbers to finish off the season. You got to temper your kind of eyeballs on those things.
Now here's Dragic. 11 points for him in that last game against Charlotte. Over Holiday. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Well, you watch Goran Dragic play, and Brent, he's so deceptive with his movement both on and off the ball.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons why, Kevin, is the change of speeds. I also add the fact that guys who can handle the ball and are crafty and are left-handed, boy, it's tough on a nightly basis to change up your mindset to guard a guy who you know is going to go left all the time as opposed to right. Trust me, in practice, I had to do that with Manu Ginobili a ton of time in San Antonio. Dragic similar. Great use of speed change.
And here are the Heat now. They went to Indiana for their last meeting with the Pacers and came out with a win.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls, and of course went on to win it.
No doubt that's what made the difference. The aggression they showed, attacking, drawing contact. They got them points at the line and made foul trouble a big concern on the other side.
Great idea to get your secondary scorers involved early. This helps keep everybody engaged.
Yeah, and he's so-so from there, but when he's hitting from deep, it's a big confidence builder.
That's his first personal foul.
So the wing on the left. Here's Nunn. Butler. The rebound by Turner. For Indiana, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Warren against Dragic. Now, here's Warren. He's guarded closely. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Oladipo for 3. It's Adebayo with the rebound. And the foul on Miles Turner. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Heroes checked in for Goran Dragic. And the Pacers also making a change. McDermott's checked in. Here's Nunn. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Nunn's got 5 now. And truly some significant roster changes for the Pacers this past summer.
Jeremy Lamb, Malcolm Brogdon, T.J. Warren. They've gotten younger and gotten better as well, if you ask me. Excellent work by the Pacers front office.
Here's Nunn. After the made shot from Victor Oladipo. Down low. And he banks in the layup. 7 points in the game.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now, here's Oladipo. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Boston. A 3-ball. No good. And Miami the other way now. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them. Now that we have a moment, let's see who have been the top assist teams in the league this season. The Pacers in 5th.
And you know, when your team has a lot of assists, it's testimony to the unselfishness, the patience, the ball movement, the player movement. They have shown all of that.
Now here's McDermott. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet, and Turner stays with it.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Here's Nunn. Lays it up and banks it in. And it's Warren with the ball for Indiana. Oh, that was huge!
Incredible.
Yeah, Oladipo has had some highlight dunks in his career. There's another one.
Nunn passes to Hero. Dishes it to Jones. The rebound by Turner.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups. Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Here's Hero. After Malcolm Brogdon's bucket. Passes to Adebayo. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Fires the three. Shot's good by Hero.
How about the awareness there from Butler? The D goes to sleep and Jimmy finds the wide open man.
Brogdon the pass to Warren. Oladipo outside. Brogdon with it. Now the pass to Turner. Tries from 16, and the Pacers tack on 2 more.
Well, the size that Brogdon has at the point guard, a good job of finding somebody over the top.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Jimmy Butler, a hard worker on the floor and off the court as well.
I worked extremely hard.
A boombox aquarium, huh? Points for originality, Greg.
Butler, not shy, breaking from convention, beats to the rhythm of his own drum.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vamonos. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
They've got Iguodala. He's out there with Dragic. Olynyk is out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Silva in at the power forwards position. So that's who Miami starts the second with. Yep, that one goes. Bitadze's got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Iguodala deciding where to go with it. Count the basket.
Got to watch Iguodala down there, slipping around and capable of finishing in that spot.
Crowder against Holiday. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. McConnell in the corner. From downtown, the shot by Holiday, no good. Miami leading by 3. Here's Crowder. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Quickly up court with the basketball, delivered a perfect strike.
And with this summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
And the Pacers with possession here after the missed 3 from Jay Crowder. Here's McConnell. Off target from outside. The Heat have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. To the paint. And the dunk by Olynyk.
And nice court vision from Dragic there to get a great look at the bucket.
Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Miami. Solomon Hill comes in for Jay Crowder. Aaron Holiday is checked in for Indiana. Brent, so many state-of-the-art arenas being built. Which feature do you think is most important?
Oh, the hot dog machine. What are we doing,
popcorn.
right? And the popcorn, what else,
and
Kevin?
then the popcorn.
Yeah, you
right there.
nachos,
Love nachos.
Okay.
You love nachos.
What else? I mean, what else could we go with there?
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Yeah,
That's
right?
a big one.
Because when you're done with all that other stuff, you've got to somehow kind of coat your stomach.
Yep.
You
Was
don't
this
feel bad.
basketball related, or did we go somewhere else?
All
with
a part of the whole conversation.
I think we covered it.
Miami leading by 6. Iguodala outside. Pass to Leonard. A second chance effort. Olynyk can't hit. Indiana's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And Holiday kicks to Sampson. Holiday, the pass to Holiday. Right wing. Here's McConnell. Miami grabs the miss.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Pass to Dragic. Outside Leonard, just 5 to shoot. A three-pointer is right on target. Leonard's got the lead up to 9 now for Miami.
A hidden advantage to Leonard hitting that shot as the defense is forced to extend further out. That creates driving lane.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to have a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Bitadze, and a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Bitadze's got 6 here in this quarter.
That's an encouraging sign. The willingness of Brogdon to just give it up. I want to see more of that.
Outside Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Hill has the open look. Here's Adebayo. Another shot, and it's good on the way up. And the Heat lead by 7.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Holiday gets the bucket.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Outside Hill. Passes it to Hero. And there's the pass to Nunn. Here's Hero. He's guarded by Brogdon. The Heat need to get a shot off. For 3, Hill.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Here's Brogdon. Up again. Warren kicks to Brogdon. The dish now to Holiday. Back to Brogdon for the 3. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. Oladipo for 3, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And that's it. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period with 4 points. And that'll do it.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And here are the Heat now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Coming into the NBA, Victor Oladipo, Greg, drew some comparisons to Dwayne Wade, but it was working out with D-Wade that helped take Victor's game to the next level.
And listen, anytime you're the second overall pick, which he was back in 2013, stardom is expected. It just took a while. Now he's got to apply that same work ethic to overcoming the knee injury.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for Indiana, Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Victor Oladipo. And it's Holiday in at the 2. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
And here we go. It's Butler. Oladipo with the block.
Good timing from Victor there as he swipes that one away. Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Here's Jones. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Malcolm Brogdon.
Derek Jones gets talked about a lot in terms of his dunking prowess and the way that he can get up in the air and maybe make a poster and a memory in the flash of an eye. But beyond the dunks, he's done a good job of really improving his game since coming into the league in 2016.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It ran for Derek Jones. He saw the floor a good amount in his first full season with the Miami Heat.
Derek Jones is somebody that the Miami Heat continue to explore. And I guess if you're within that organization in Miami for a number of seasons, they like something about your competitive spirit. And that's where Derek Jones has probably found a home here in Miami.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Justin Holiday's checked in for Aaron Holiday. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Brogdon. Shot clock at 6. Dragic gets the bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pacers trail by 8. Holiday up top. He's guarded by Dragic. Pulls up on the wing. The shot by Holiday, no good.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That'll be his second foul of the game. Jakar Sampson's checked in for T.J. Warren. Holiday finds McConnell. Shoots it up. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Just great intensity there. Butler just doesn't settle for simple finishes off the drive. He is trying to make a statement.
And it's slammed in by Turner.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. And it's Iguodala missing.
Now, I'll be honest, I thought there's no way that he's missing that close. That's a bunny. Give it up for the aggressive defense, Kevin. His shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
McConnell tips it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. Sampson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, all good things must come to an end. Iguodala was shipped out from the Warriors last year to clear room for D'Angelo Russell. Traded to the Grizzlies to make room for the Warriors in the Russell deal. Ultimately, I think we'll have a great legacy for his time with Golden State.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Olynyk, and Hero subbed in for Jimmy Butler. Pass to Hero. 1:24 left in the third. Good.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Here's Sumner. He's covered by Iguodala. McConnell scanning the floor. The offensive rebound. Turner. Pass to Sumner. Back to Turner. Indiana moving the ball over. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Substitution.
The Heat leading by 6. Outside Crowder. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Passes it to McDermott. Here's Bitadze. And so Indiana again turning it over.
Now that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Adebayo is checked in for the Heat. Solomon Hill comes in for Crowder. Aaron Holiday is checked in for Indiana. From deep. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And Miami making a change here. Nunn's checked in. And Indiana with a change here too. Warren's checked in. Here's Leonard. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Leonard's got the lead up to 10 now for the Heat.
And still trying to polish this side of his game up. Leonard looking very comfortable on that move.
Here's Sumner. The good-looking shot from the wing. Sumner's got his first basket of the night.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Miami ahead, up by 8. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They've got Hill. Jones is out there with Adebayo. And it's Hero in at the shooting guard position. It's the group on the floor for Miami. And that's a foul called on T.J. Warren. That's his first foul. Here's Nunn. Outside Dragic. And the pass to Nunn. To the middle. Here's Jones. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Jones has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Heat. And here's Holiday. Now the feed to Turner. Brogdon outside. Inside. That's in, and the Miami lead is cut back down to 8 points. They needed that one from Warren.
He really can score the basketball. It's impressive how he hunts out these kind of shots and starts to score even under pressure.
Jones, the pass to Nunn. And here's Adebayo. Pass to Nunn. Back to Adebayo. Here's Nunn. 5 to shoot. And that one is good. And so here is Indiana. Holiday dishes to Turner. Of course, Dirk Nowitzki spent his whole career with the Dallas Mavericks. We don't see that much anymore, do we? From the beginning to the end with one team.
No, but I think we're going to still occasionally have anomalies like we did with Reggie being in Indiana for the years of his playing career. Nate McMillan was in Seattle for his playing career, now coach of the Indiana Pacers. So there will be times where we'll have that once or twice. It's not going to happen very much, Kevin.
Not in today's
Not in today's game, and not with what's at stake.
Left side, Jones. Three-pointer, Butler. The rebound by Turner.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
Miami leading by 8. Here's Nunn. He kicks it to Butler. Five on the clock. And they pick up 2. And the Heat lead by 10.
And Butler loves getting close to the basket. Once he's down low, he uses that strength and quick release to get shots off.
And Holiday, here we go. Warren shoots from the baseline. It's hauled in by the Heat. Right side, Butler. Down low. Here's Adebayo.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the Heat.
First one falls for. And Miami making a change here. He's off on the second. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for the Indiana Pacers. They trail by 11.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Holiday. Brogdon trying to get open. The shot by Holiday, no good. Miami leading by 11. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And he makes the first. And so he hits both. Out of bounds, Miami takes possession.
Yeah, the body language right now is not looking good for this basketball team. The game might be out of reach, but they have to avoid mistakes like that.
Here's Nunn. He's guarded by Brogdon. .132 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Nunn. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Heat.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Well, listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games. And Holiday kicks to Brogdon. No good, unable to end this run.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
First free throw is good. And Bam Adebayo. He just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Here's Holiday.
Miami foul call. Bam Adebayo. That's his second.
That free throw good from Holiday. Olynyk, he's checked in for Miami.
At the line for the Pacers.
Both free throws good from Holiday. There's 49 seconds left in the game. Now Iguodala. Olynyk inside. The fader. The shot misses. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. Here's Leaf. The kick out to Holiday. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
That's pretty unselfish there. He sees that there's a better shot on the perimeter and bang, just kicks it out.
Iguodala outside. Crowder against Johnson. Crowder, the pass to Leonard. Clock at 4. And a wide open look for Iguodala. Misses the shot. And so Miami takes this one by a big. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it. And here were the Bulls arriving earlier at the arena with a big game on the road awaiting. And we've got a lot of optimism. Thanks, CA. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Markkanen and Carter are up front. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Porter at the 3 spot. And for Indiana, Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Victor Oladipo. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Holiday in at the 2. Brogdon outside. 6 to shoot. Here's Turner. They get it again. Warren. Second shot opportunity. Carter pulls it in. Now the Bulls with it. Porter passes to Markkanen. Here's White. Lays it up off the glass. Well, Smitty, for players and teams that are out of the playoff hunt, how do they stay motivated here to go the rest of the season every night, every practice, every trip?
And I think that's when the organization, your captains, your coaches, you got to talk about being a pro. Sometimes you lose focus. You're not in the playoffs, and maybe your team that was supposed to be or not slated to be in the playoffs, you still are a professional. You have to have a professional approach. Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Markkanen dishes to Levine. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
For a stretch 4 who spends a lot of time on the perimeter, Markkanen does a good job attacking the offensive glass.
Brogdon kicks to Oladipo. Outside Turner. The pass to Brogdon. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. The Bulls have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Levine against Holiday. Now here's Levine. Defense is right there. Porter passes to Levine. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Levine kicks to Carter. Shoots over Turner. Tries again. That one goes. Count it.
Right there, Carter using his instincts and motor to track down the miss and convert into second chance points.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Both free throws good from Holiday.
Looking at the Bulls roster, there is a lot to like. They have a great collection of talent, and their core players are all very young and improving.
Carter, the pass to Levine, and the jam by Levine.
Beautiful find by Carter. Sees the floor really well for a young big.
And Holiday, here we go. And it's slammed in by Turner.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's Oladipo. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. And Steve, for the Bulls fans, their hopes lie in their young core.
Totally agreed. The Bulls should focus on developing that core. Have a good blend with Levine, Markkanen, and Carter. They just need to keep their eye on the prize.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And with this team, Zach LaVine has been thrust into the role of the leader. Still young in his own right, but as a rising star and a large part of the future, responsibilities have fallen in his lap.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Young comes in for Markkanen. Satoransky's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. And it's done in for White. Bulls making a switch here. Hutchison's checked in. And for Levine, he is the best scorer on the team. And you know what, Smitty? He should be a leader.
You're right. That isn't something that's easy to step right into. After losses pile up, you feel more pressure and want to take over every game. Zach LaVine should be up to the task, but it will take some adjusting.
The putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Bulls moving the ball around. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Outside Holiday. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. The story from beyond the arc. Here's who's leading in that category across the NBA. Fifth best, Doug McDermott.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
Young's shot is off.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
For Indiana, they have looked good at the line. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
At the line for your Pacers, Jakar Sampson. At the line for
that free throw, no good. Edmund Sumner's checked in for Justin Holiday. And he sinks the second. The Bulls have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. It's deflected, and so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter. Hutchison passes to Dunn. And it's off the back rim, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Pacers have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Both good from the line that time.
Yeah, you just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
To the inside. Here's Cornette. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn.
What I like is when Chris Dunn keeps his poise, keeps his eyes up, good things happen.
41 seconds left here in the first quarter.
And a long windup and strong follow through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. Passes it to Hutchison. He kicks to Young. Now, Satoransky. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Back to Young. Over McDermott. Here's Cornette. Dunn passes to Hutchison. It's stolen. And here we go. They get it back. Pass to McConnell. Over Young. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. It's a tie game in Indiana. And
pressure turned me into a giant.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we have seen from Indiana. What do you think?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Some people might feel they got some hometown calls, but when your team is pushing the action, you often get the benefit of the doubt.
We got Doug McDermott, and it's McConnell in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. Valentine dishes to Young. Pass to Cornette. In close, he hits it.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Sumner. Some terrific NBA players right now out of Michigan State. Smitty, we know that's your alma mater. Which of those guys do you enjoy watching the most?
Kevin, I really enjoy watching all of them because I've got a close relationship with all our Michigan State Spartans. Gary Harris, Draymond Green, Jaren Jackson Jr., Bryn Forbes, Denzel Valentine, and the list goes on. I love because I watch them and I know they're going to come out and play extremely hard because of Tom Izzo and the Michigan State brand of basketball.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala. was actually Laurie's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude, David. Thanks. 6 on the shot clock. Now, here's McConnell. Satoransky covering. McDermott can't get it to go. And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Bulls. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
Yeah, and their last time playing against this club, they fell short. A lot of cheap fouls really plagued their starting unit.
Hopefully they exercise better caution in this game and avoid cheap fouls that could get them in trouble again.
Sampson kicks to McConnell. Here's Bitadze. It's hauled in by Cornette.
Meeting right at the rim, he typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
Shots good from Young.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Some tough offensive sets. Look out! Here he comes!
That was amazing, and look at the elevation.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Valentine passes to Young. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And that one's good. Harrison.
Defensively, a breakdown along the perimeter. Just too slow to rotate.
Here's Sumner. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots off to a good start.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
And Young kicks to Satoransky to the right side. Here's Cornette. A rebound by Bitadze. Pacers trail by 5. Here's Sumner. Satoransky grabs the miss. 1:27 left to play here in the half. Harrison, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. The dunk with a foul on top of it. So strong.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Here's White. And foul. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And once again off the mark by Indiana.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
It's stolen by Oladipo. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Warren with the ball. The shot by Brogdon, no good. The Bulls leading by 6. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Knocked loose. Carter dishes to Porter. For 3, Levine. It's rebounded by Indiana.
He really can't buy a bucket, but his teammates have his back.
Here's Oladipo. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
With the 9-foot standing reach, Carter has no trouble putting that away.
Got it up. And that one released in time, but no good.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points. And that does it for our halftime.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Into the Bulls, shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. And Justin Holiday, one of the many Holiday brothers in the NBA, Smitty, a strong shooter.
I like that Justin Holiday does more than just shoot. Solid rebounder for his position, and you can bet on him to also come up with a few takeaways, Kevin.
Taking a look at the Bulls, Wright and Levine team up in the backcourt. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at the 5. The Bulls leading by 4. Now,
an explosive, high-level athlete. You see why Zach has won multiple dunk contests.
And Smitty, with all that he's been through, you can't question Zach LaVine's love of the game.
You're so right. It's crazy to think LaVine wasn't even a starter in college, but he's worked so hard to improve. The way he has fought back from injuries and continually dedicated himself to the game, something to admire.
Here's Porter. The pass to Levine. Outside White. The 3. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats here for Holiday. Breaking down his play since the All-Star break. He's averaging about 7 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
He understands his role. He accepts it. He's one of those guys who doesn't need the ball to be effective. Ugly start to this half, hitting just 20% from the field. Gotta pick it up.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
Beautiful find by Levine there. Takes his time to survey the floor.
Holiday, the pass to Turner. And Turner throws it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Levine against Holiday. Nice D from Levine.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Markkanen kicks to White. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Victor Oladipo. When it comes to just the love for the game, Smitty, does every NBA player have to have that? Or is it possible to not love the game, embrace the game, and work through it in that way?
I think 90% of the guys have a love for the game. I think there are some guys that just don't love it, but they play it. And there's nothing wrong with that, as long as it doesn't, I guess, spill over to the guys that love it. There's some plays. I played with some players after they left the gym. They didn't think about a game, of watching the game, playing the game. But when they're on the court, they gave 110% effort. There's some guys that just love it, and there's some guys that just like it.
But I know you, and you did. You loved the game.
I still love it, Kevin. Still love it.
I know you do. I know you do. The Pacers making a change here. McDermott's checked in. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Valentine's checked in.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Turner passes to Warren. Some nice passing here by Indiana. McDermott for 3, and the Pacers can't get it to go. Here's Chicago, stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. And the basket by Hutchison.
The height to see over the defense and the unselfishness. Terrific pass by Markkanen.
Brogdon. That shot no good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. Maybe the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. And you hear it all the time about how they say reaching the top can be the easy part. It's the staying there that's the true challenge. And Victor Oladipo achieved stardom, but has to make his way back after his knee injury in early 2019.
The Pacers making a change here. Holiday's checked in, and a change for the Bulls. Harrison's checked in. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. It's a 13-point game. A three from Warren. And Oladipo kicks to Holiday. Pass to Brogdon. Harrison with the rebound. And Oladipo had already dealt with soreness in that right knee, and you talked about that, missing about a month earlier in the season.
And some suggested he came back too soon. Hindsight always 20/20, and players want to be out there to help win games. Sometimes teams have to protect them from themselves.
Here's Harrison. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Harrison's got 7.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Holiday, no one around him. Warren kicks to Oladipo. Second chance shot. Jump shot is good. 10 points for him.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Out to the wing. Down against Brogdon. Dunn looking over the floor. Clock at 6. Shoots over Brogdon. Here's Markkanen. Pass to Harrison. Lets it go from deep. Markkanen, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Bulls lead by 15.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Oladipo outside. He gets that one. Oladipo's got 8 points here in this quarter.
You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
From about 16, and that one's good, Harrison.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
They are getting buried tonight with plays like that one, allowing too much space for a good shooter.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. And it's T.J. McConnell, and it's Holiday in at the 2. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Warren, good.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
To the paint, Turner with the steal. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Warren finds McConnell.
Yeah, just a terrific job of just staying with it. Nice.
On the wing, Levine. Again, Chicago.
After a lackluster first half, he's taken charge offensively. We'll see how the defense responds.
McConnell passes to Warren, and it's good. 2 points.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Chicago leading by 13. And Markkanen throws it down.
Since day one, there was never any doubt that Markkanen could score, but we didn't know he'd be this prolific.
Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Indiana. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Chicago. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Holiday. Here's Turner. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
That's good planning, and that's good execution, and that's a great look.
And that's a foul called on T.J. Warren. That's his first foul. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Here's Levine.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
Holiday with the 3, sinks the triple. Holiday's got his first 3 points of the game.
Probably not the play this offense is designed to produce, but Justin Holiday launches that one with confidence.
And White kicks to Levine. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Levine's got 7 now in this quarter. On the wing, Holiday. Shoots over White. The putback. It's good on the putback.
They're scoring boatloads
of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
And Warren, here we go. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
And they've controlled the boards, and that's a big reason why they're controlling the lead. Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
The first one falls. Brogdon, he's checked in for Justin Holiday. And so he makes both from the line. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. To the middle. Here's Warren. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
Here's Levine. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Doug McDermott.
What I like about Zach LaVine right now, he's really finding ways to get to the line more.
The Pacers making a change here. Oladipo's checked in. And players now, Steve, more able to dictate where they want to play. How has free agency changed since you came into the NBA?
I think the signing of shorter contracts, Kevin, guys with player options. And I think also for a lot of players, they're not taking as much money, leaving money on the table because the endorsement deals off the court is making up for some of their money on the court.
And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. Chicago making a switch here. Satoransky's checked in. 1:51 left in the fourth. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Chicago Bulls. On the wing, Levine from the arc. Hits it from three-point range. Levine's got 15 points in just the second half.
You look at Levine's jump shot, it's very hard to contest because he gets great lift off the floor.
Kicks to Porter. Back to Levine for three. And the Bulls another three.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Bulls.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Zach LaVine.
He really played at his preferred pace. Never let adjustments by the defense speed him up or slow him down.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Here's the three. The shot by Satoransky, no good. To the paint, and Johnson with the stop.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by the Bulls.
41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's the triple. The shot, no good. So the Pacers will take it the other way. There's the lob to the hoop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
Satoransky, the pass to Harrison. Inside, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Now in the lineup for the Bulls.
And here are the Pacers now, trailing by 13. A shot by McConnell, no good. Here's Gafford. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on GA. It can be a circus. David, thanks. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Brogdon.
He hasn't been as sharp in the past 10 games as we're used to. It shows in his passing. The assist numbers down. Even the simple passes look tough for him right now. Maybe tonight he can get back on his game.
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Garland in at the point. And for Indiana, Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Oladipo. And it's Holiday in at the shooting guard position. Well, with the playoffs coming up quickly, Clark, strength of schedule can play a big role as it determines where a team is going to be seated come playoff time.
No, I agree with you in terms of even just making the playoffs sometimes, Kevin, based on where teams are and who they're playing. I mean, those matchups against potential playoff teams that are still fighting for seeding, they can sharpen you up and get you ready. Actually, those games can be playoffs before the playoffs in many ways.
I always admire the coaches that walk their players through the different scenarios because they should be aware.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You want everything out in front of you. As long as your team is able to handle it, and most of these teams can, I think that's a good point.
And the shot by Warren, no good.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And it's Aaron Holiday with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Love, and Love with the second chance points. Love's got his second bucket.
And you are going to pay every time you don't box out Love. He has a real nose for coming up with those offensive putbacks.
Now, here's Brogdon. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's his first foul. Now, here's Oladipo. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Boston.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game. They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Now, here's Garland. He's guarded by Brogdon, and Drummond kicks to Garland. He's looking for Love and finds him. Here's Drummond, and it's sent back by Turner.
Man, the defense of Turner is astounding. I mean, he positioned himself well to come up with a lot of blocks.
Here's Holiday. No good that time. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
You got to give him an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Yeah, they were really close right there. Just couldn't string together a few key plays to help get them over the top for the win.
And the wide open shot from Warren, and a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in.
And a finalist for Coach of the Year in 2019, Nate McMillan passing 600 wins last season.
Well, you think about that. That's an impressive milestone for an outstanding coach in Nate McMillan. He moved into the top 25 all-time in wins. He's had 2 other stops as a head coach, Portland and Seattle, and I think he's doing some of his best work with the Pacers.
And so Sexton will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Last time they met in Cleveland.
I tell you, they were drawing a lot of iron from the perimeter. Couldn't get the threes to go down, and really the story of the game.
And, you know, that's a big part of how they attack and win, getting it going from the three-point line, but at the end of the day, it didn't happen.
The Pacers making a switch here. McDermott's checked in, and the Cavaliers with some changes. Tristan Thompson comes in for Drummond, and it's Nance in for Kevin Love.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
The Cavaliers leading by 7. Here's Windler, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Indiana's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. To the inside. Bitadze, the pass to Sampson. Outside Holiday. Shot clock at 5. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That is his first foul of the game. Shoots the 3.
And you know what? Call it great defense or poor offense. Either way, they're limiting their scoring.
Greg, bottom line is they're ahead on the scoreboard, and that's all that matters.
And let's quickly check out the best young defenders, how they've been playing in the low post lately. Your rookie block leaders for the past month. You take a look at Porter, one of the top intimidators in the league, a fierce shot blocker.
He's been a factor on the inside, an impressive stretch for him defensively.
Well, he's been slapping shots out of there all last month. I mean, he's building a reputation as a guy you don't want to challenge inside. His arrow is definitely pointing north.
Pacers trail by 9. Here's McConnell. And once again off the mark by Indiana. And here are the Cavaliers. They're on a 14-5 run. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Oh, man. And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim.
I don't care what the score is there, fellas. That's the play we'll remember from this game, clearly.
McDermott can't get it to go.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And so it's Cleveland. Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And we'll be right back after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Cavaliers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court right now for the Pacers, we've got T.J. McConnell, and it's Sumner in at the 2-guard. Connects from three-point range.
You know, pretty much anybody can hit that shot when they're that wide open. I mean, terrible defense.
We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA. And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The 4th pick back in 2011, Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
And Sumner gets it to go.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Here's Windler. He's covered by McConnell. Deflects the pass and stolen by McConnell. Down low. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession. And Thompson may have led the way for Canadians. But as far as where the league is going, Greg, he's a throwback player.
I mean, a rebounder and rim runner. His game is built on toughness and hustle.
Sexton, he's checked in for Cleveland. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
You know, not bashful about positioning himself inside. Sexton knows he has what it takes to score from there.
Brogdon inside the line. Offensive rebound, Oladipo. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Oladipo's got his first points of the night.
You've got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
Here's Thompson. Back to Sexton. From deep three-point range. Rebound by Sumner. Pacers trail by 11. And the lead is down inside single digits. Sumner's got 4 this quarter. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They've led by as many as 14 points. Nance, no good.
does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Sumner passes to Oladipo, and it's Oladipo with the jam.
Boy, Victor Oladipo, an explosive athlete, and is dangerous above the rim.
The kick out to Porter. Cleveland the rebound. Thompson passes to Sexton. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 4th assist in this one.
It's been their Achilles heel defensively. They just have not been able to control that backcourt.
Greg, they're getting outworked on the glass, and those second-chance buckets have devastated their defense.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there.
Justin Holiday's checked in for the Pacers.
Yeah, you know, Oladipo was the 2nd pick back in the 2013 draft and has made back-to-back All-Star games in 18 and 19. His star is rising.
Holiday, the pass to Warren. The kick out to Holiday. Back to Warren. To the paint, and stolen by Drummond. To the inside. And it's Love missing.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took. Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
It's stolen by Oladipo. Pass to Warren, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Love the pass to Osman. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
To the middle. And Turner kicks to Warren, and stolen by Love. The Cavaliers leading by 10. Pass to Porter. Here's Osman. On the wing, Porter. Guarded by Holiday. Back to Porter. Just 4 to shoot. Over Holiday. Here's Drummond. Pass to Osman. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And Love with the second chance points. Love's got 10 points.
And Kevin, they dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Well, the hustle and the effort, the persistence, all of that paying off in a big way. And that's something that makes a coach smile.
From deep. And that concludes the first half. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. It's Cleveland out on top at halftime. They lead by 10. Shaq. That's all for now.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Kevin Love really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
Tipping off the second half, here's John Beilein's 5. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the 5 spot.
Boy, quickly becoming a real force defensively. Miles Turner, one of the league's premier shot blockers.
And Love with the basket on the assist by Garland. And that's 12 points for Kevin Love.
And everything's flowing through Love tonight. And the plan is working like a charm. This has been a remarkable performance.
And you look at the job description for an elite defensive big man. Nowadays, it's not enough to just protect the rim.
No, you've got to be able to move your feet and also defend on the perimeter as well. And that's where Turner's quick feet have helped him. He's able to guard smaller players and recover to the lane, and that's a nice combination.
Holiday, no one around him. But they'll get another chance. Andre Drummond grabs the miss.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
For three, Love. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Boy, it sure is a lot of fun watching Love bury these outside shots. I mean, when he's hitting from deep, it opens up things for everybody.
It's Oladipo on the wing. And it's sent back by Drummond. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. And here are the Pacers now. Down by 15. 6 to shoot. McDermott kicks to Sampson. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Outside Holiday. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Edmund Sumner's checked in for Aaron Holiday. There's the pass to Windler. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. And it's Osman missing. Indiana's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Passes to Sumner. The shake. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. Sumner's got 8 points. Mark, a big part of your game was rebounding. You controlled the glass so well. What's one thing you would tell young viewers if they wanted to improve the rebound?
You know, I'm a little bit out of the norm here, but the biggest thing to me for rebounding is pursuing the ball. Boxing out is important, but pursuing the ball and good timing are the most important elements of rebounding. And that's what I would have players focus on. Pursue the ball.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope. His only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
McDermott passes to Thompson. And Thompson sends it back. And he's able to get it back.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
The Pacers making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Porter's checked in for Jetty Osman.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team. A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Nance, right side. Garland. The Cavaliers with a new 14. Yep, that one goes in there. Nance has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, this league is in good shape when you talk about guys like Nance. The consummate role player does everything that's asked of him.
Here's Bitadze. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
With their rebounding, they've given themselves a lot of second chances, and it's really helped them.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Turner comes in for Jakar Sampson. And Brogdon subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Then for the Cavaliers, Andre Drummond's checked in for Thompson. And Kevin Love is subbed in for Nance. Windler, the pass to Garland. Offensive rebound, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Cavaliers lead by 16.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas.
Yeah, good job. Just staying alert there, snatching up that long rebound.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Inside, here's Turner. An easy 2 points on the layup. Turner's got his first 2 points of the night.
Confident in the paint, Turner knows he can cash in from this area.
Here's Windler. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Cavaliers lead by 14. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Indianapolis. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Oladipo. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Holiday in at the 2. That's the Pacers 5. The shot by Sexton, no good. Pacers trail by 14. Holiday attacking. Makes it off the glass. Well, Cleveland shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Sexton kicks to Garland. Outside Porter. He dishes it to Garland. He's looking for Porter and finds him. Good on the baseline, Jay. And so Holiday will bring it up for Indiana. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Sexton the pass to Love. Sexton dishes to Love. Back to Sexton. Cleveland moving it around. And it's Drummond missing. The Pacers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Turner. That shot off. And Cleveland will come the other way. The open look here for Sexton. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. And the Cavaliers lead by 16. Brogdon inside the line. And that one goes long. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Sexton kicks to Garland. Love up top. Now, here's Garland. He's guarded by Brogdon. Sexton traps in the tray. Sexton's got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, the timing, the rhythm, I'm a big fan of when Sexton can just catch and shoot.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Porter with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. And Porter putting it right back in.
Guys, they're just getting outworked. I mean, plain and simple. It's got to be more of a collective effort to secure that backboard.
Yeah, and when you take a look at the stat sheet, they've got to do something to cut down on these second chance points. Box out and get to the defensive board.
And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That is his first foul of the game. Cedi Osman, he's checked in for Porter. And the shot by Warren, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Pass to Drummond, and here is Garland. Turner covering, and another 3 for Cleveland.
Boy, from the looks of it, it appears the defense is fine with him taking that shot, but he makes them pay when they do.
And here's Brogdon from the arc. Love grabs the board. Love's got 11 rebounds in the game. To the inside, back to Drummond. Kicks to Sexton. Takes a 3. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Cleveland with the ball. They're rolling here on a 15-point run. Drummond working against Turner. Down low. Over to the wing. Pass to Osman. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. 1:14 left to play here in the fourth. From past the arc. Cleveland the rebound. Love kicks to Osman. The pass to Garland. Just 5 on the clock. Goes up again. It's rebounded by Indiana. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Cleveland.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Love.
And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with a fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
Passes it to Osman. Drummond working against Warren. It's Drummond, high post. He tries for three. No good on that one. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get
Downtown Indianapolis. We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Adebayo.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
So here's Miami's starting group. They've got Dragic. Jones is out there with Adebayo. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Nunn in at the point guard position. And for Indiana, Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Oladipo. And it's Holiday in at the 2. Now, here's Warren. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go. The kick out to Holiday. 6 to shoot. Back to Warren. Over Adebayo. And the shot by Warren, no good. And here are the Heat now. They went to Indiana for their last meeting with the Pacers and came out with a win.
Yeah, and in winning that last game, they attacked the basket aggressively, drew a lot of fouls in that game.
Two things are a product of that. One, you shoot a ton of freebies. Two, the other team goes deep into its rotation. Neither one of those two things is going to work.
You can see it, Doris, with some of these good teams trying to build momentum as we get closer to the postseason.
You seem to know and understand which teams are good on both sides of the basketball. Are they top 5 efficiency, offense and defense? And as you know, Kevin, if there's a player with a hot hand, that can really make a difference in round 1.
Absolutely. That one goes in.
The way Warren controls his body is truly impressive. He's got the frame to absorb it.
The Heat have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And the veteran Goran Dragic still producing late in his career. Not the force he once was, but always a source of playmaking and scoring.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Well, you look at the career of Dragic, Greg, he's always been a scoring point guard.
Yeah, and as Dragic has aged, he has learned to lean more and more on his outside shot. Even when his first step and speed start to falter, he'll find ways to put up points.
Nunn can't get it to fall. Last outing for Miami, it was a loss to the Hornets. Oladipo finds Brogdon. Now Warren, Indiana moving it around. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Oladipo. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Dragic the pass to Jones. To the paint. Here's Nunn. Here's Adebayo. Goes back up. Banked in off the glass. Adebayo's got his second basket of the game.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Miami with the ball after Victor Oladipo missed from long range. Over Turner. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Pacers trail by 3. Holiday, the pass to Brogdon. Oladipo, left side. No one covering. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate. I think the Indiana Pacers, as an organization, a team that tries to grow its own superstars. Miles Turner, certainly a guy in that conversation. The 11th pick back in 2015, he has gotten better every single year.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Indiana shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
And Miami going with a whole new group out there.
Well, to me, this franchise has got to be thrilled and excited about the upside Miles Turner has. He's a hard-nosed player who wants to be great, Kevin.
Now here's McDermott. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And Doris, you look at Turner's impact. It's definitely at both ends of the floor.
No doubt, Kev. Turner was the league leader in blocks last season. He became a much more efficient three-point shooter, and now all of a sudden he's becoming a better facilitator out of the post. Just great development.
Here's Turner. The Heat getting the bucket. Now here's McConnell. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. The shot by Holiday, no good. And so it's Crowder with it. They'll bring it up for Miami. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Well, Kev, we know Andre Iguodala has proven himself a capable three-point shooter. You've got to show him a measure of respect. Well, you're trying to answer the three, but you force up a shot that he would have been better off passing up.
Ooh. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And so here is Indiana. Following the score by Miami. Passes it to McDermott. Misses off the right iron.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Here's Silva. Pacers with the rebound. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Yeah, but what a tremendous effort, Kevin.
And so it's the Miami Heat bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best.
Basketball. That's that.
Boy, you hear that so often, don't you, Greg? Between those lines can be an escape from the outside world.
And in the end, Butler's obsession became his escape. Maybe why he remained so devoted to the game.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what stands out to you guys from the Heat in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Heat, they've got Hill. Myers Leonard is out there with Jay Crowder. And there's Iguodala. And it's Hero into the point. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Quickly, let's bring up the list of the top rookie three-point bombers in the NBA. You take a look at Hero. Third in the NBA. He's someone that, if you leave him alone, he's going to knock it down.
And I think there's a little rivalry among that group of rookie bombers. I know he'd love to see his name all the way at the top of the list.
Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career and what you've changed?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder.
Thanks, Dad.
The Pacers making a change here. Ogden's checked in. T.J. Warren, he's checked in for McDermott. Bam Adebayo's checked in for the Heat. The kick out to Warren. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Butler, he's checked in for Solomon Hill. The Heat have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Free throw good. Adebayo. Pacers trail by 7. From 13, Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound. For Miami, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Outside Leonard. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Warren.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
It's Adebayo with the rebound.
Great contest by the defender, but that's a dunk you've got to put down in his face.
None, that's good.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
And Indiana shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
The 3. No good there. So the Pacers will take it the other way. And they're off to Philadelphia after this game as they'll take on the 76ers. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
Well, you think back to T.J. Warren and how good he has been for the last few years. And yet last season, he took a huge step forward by adding the three-pointer to his arsenal.
Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for Indiana. Aaron Holiday comes in for Edmund Sumner. Heat also with the sub. Jay Crowder's checked in for Leonard. The pass to Nunn. Warren against Crowder. Stolen by Brogdon. Oladipo right side. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Butler. And the way Warren improved his three-point shooting last year, Doris, was incredible.
No doubt, Kevin. This is a guy who went from below 25% the year before from distance to making over 40% of his range shots. He did all this while coming close to tripling his three-point attempts. What an improvement.
Back to Iguodala. Butler against Oladipo. Outside Butler, 5 to shoot. Miami needs to get a shot off. And oh, here we go. Warren's got it, the fast break chance. Has to be Thompson. Outside Holiday. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Now just a 4-point Miami lead. Nunn passes to Iguodala. Trying to get open is Crowder. Great positioning on the putback. Adebayo's got 5 points now this quarter.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Pass to Warren. Indiana moving it around. Both teams changing it up here. There's 47 seconds left here in the second. Here's McConnell. No good on the 3. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so. The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work. The defense making it way too easy for him on that jump shot. He'll take that all night.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the dunk by Olynyk.
Well, at 7 feet, Kelly Olynyk doesn't have to go far for the flush.
And Turner kicks to McConnell. He dishes it to Oladipo. Releases. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Back to Olynyk. Pass to Adebayo. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. And the first half. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So it's Miami who's out on top at the half. They have an 8-point lead.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. And you look at Adebayo, what a contribution.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Oladipo. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Holiday in at the 2 spot. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Pacers trail by 8. To the middle. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Butler. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Butler's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Heat.
Well, they say players are made in the summertime, and that's Jimmy Butler's favorite time of year. He calls it grimy season, gets out in the country, and puts in that work.
Now, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Here's Dragic, accurate with the jumper from the elbow. And the Heat lead by 9.
Listen, you give a good shooter that kind of look, and it's going to go in.
And, Greg, those summertime workouts for Butler, they are something.
I mean, they sure are. He calls them bandanas and buckets. Grows his hair out, two-a-days, hot yoga, intentionally isolated from the hustle and bustle of the big city. It gives him an excuse to really just lock in.
Warren finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Warren's got 8 points.
Well, this guy loves to take advantage of mid-range shots. T.J. Warren in his comfort zone there.
Dragic the pass to Jones. The kick out to Dragic. There's the pass to Nunn. Dragic against Warren. Outside, Jones. Shot clock at 5. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Brogdon.
And he's not passing the ball as well this month. If you look at his numbers from earlier in the season, he's not seeing the court as well. It may be a little too focused on creating his own shot than orchestrating for the guys around him.
Edmund Sumner's checked in for Indiana. Outside Warren. Hits the jumper in space. Warren's got 4 points in the quarter.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Butler in the corner. They get it back. It's good on the putback.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Sumner passes to Brogdon. Fires from deep. Rebound by the Heat. They've led by as much as 10. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. George, what's the best combination of inside-outside basketball you see offensively now?
Well, 2 guys really come to mind immediately for me. It's Joel Embiid and Anthony Davis, because both men can face up and knock down shots in a legitimate enough fashion that you've got to get out and contest those guys. But the other side of this is they can play in the post and be a legitimate back-to-the-basket force who you've got to guard with more than one guy. I mean, how exciting, Kevin, are Joel and AD to watch play?
They are thrilling. I would agree. And you look at Jimmy Butler. He's about 6'8", about 230 pounds. Great size on the wing.
And he keeps himself in tip-top shape. His strength, one thing I'm not sure the casual fan even recognizes.
Coming up on the changes now for Indiana. McDermott's checked in for T.J. Warren. Justin Holiday comes in for Jakar Sampson. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Brogdon. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's Adebayo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Miami shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Miami. McConnell passes to McDermott. 1:12 left to play in the third. McConnell finds Oladipo. From deep. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got 8 rebounds in this game.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Bitadze can't hit.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
Shots good by Hero.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Holiday. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. This is his first free throw of the game. The Pacers making a switch here. Turner's checked in. He hits the second from the line. And it's Miami's ball. They're on a 13-5 run here. Here's Hero. 5 points in the game. They're going to have to make a pretty big comeback here.
I think it's be a mistake to let the shot clock get under 10 seconds from here on out.
Adebayo passes to Silva. Holiday with the block. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. 5 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Hero. Offline. And so it's... Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the floor for Miami starting the fourth. Bam Adebayo is out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Hero in at the shooting guard position.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Goes up on the high post. They grab their own miss.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Pass to McDermott. The kick out to Oladipo. On the wing, Holiday. Tries it from 19. Crowder pulls it in. Miami leading by 17. Here's Silva. And the Heat, another 3.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
Well, this is their pace. This is exactly how they want to play. A little fast, a little loose.
The shot by McConnell, no good. And here's the break. Here's Nunn, and he converts the layup. Nunn's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, and the defense has been on their back heels with the way they've been running the ball up the floor.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
No good from the wing.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Oladipo goes in. That one, no good. Here's Silva to the paint. Here's Nunn. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's McConnell. And some very quick points for him on that possession. McConnell's got his first points of the game.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by the Heat.
Nunn can't get it to fall.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
Took him no time at all on that one.
Well, it's a difficult guard contending with Victor Oladipo because this guy is prepared on the catch to make a shot.
Here's Adebayo. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. T.J. Warren, he's checked in for Doug McDermott. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Holiday surveying the floor. The shot, no good. Now the Heat take it the other way. There's 1:54 left here in the fourth quarter.
And this is what we've come to expect from this guy, right? Not only making a ton of shots, but being efficient while doing so.
Pass to Brogdon. Doris, do you have high hopes for the new draft lottery system to keep every team competitive to the very end of the season?
Well, one of the keys in implementing this new draft lottery system was to make sure that the bottom 3 teams were given equal opportunity to get that top draft choice. I think you did see it have some effect on play and teams trying to be competitive while understanding they're still going to have an opportunity to build their team through the draft. But here's the reality. The NBA has got to be under review constantly. There's a process in play. It's one of the most proactive leagues in the country in terms of always looking for little things to make sure their game is the best it can be.
Attention to detail. Well said.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Heat.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games. And it's Leonard missing.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Miami with the ball. Dragic kicks to Robinson. 27 seconds left in the game. Just 5 to shoot. It's hauled in by Leaf. Johnson, the pass to Sumner. Johnson tipped back in for 2.
How about the anticipation and the timing there? He is all over it.
Outside Robinson. 3-pointer. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which they... All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.